Gamers, welcome. In this video, what I have for you is the review of Minecraft Legends. That is a spin-off of Minecraft. Now, this game has been a little, different just because I feel like a lot of people are confused with type of game that this game is. If it is a RTS or a actual adventure. So I'm going to answer this question in this video. But first, let's talk about the graphics. So I do think this game actually looks really pretty. And I really like the way that it looks. Of course, Minecraft has a unique art style, unique visual, so you're going to recognize everything, and I think yes, it looks a little more colorful than the main game, but still, I feel like it looks, way more beautiful. The same with the sound. I think the sound is actually pretty good. Everything sounds how it's supposed to sound. The creepers, when they explode, they sound, right. I was not expecting actually the voice acting to be this good. I actually really enjoy the voice acting in this game. What about the story? If there is actually a story, there actually is. So the story is these little pigs, that they live in the nether realm. They try to attack the Fairland, and you need to defeat them before they corrupt the land. I feel like the story is, for children. Although they had actually really beautiful cutscene, I really enjoyed the cutscene. It looks pretty much like a movie, to be really honest. I enjoy it every time that I see the cutscene. Really well done. Like I said before, the same with the voice acting. I don't think that the story is actually bad. It's okay. It's meant for children. It does the job. Like I said before, beautiful cutscene. So it does the job. Now let's talk about the gameplay. This one's a little different because you see it and it looks like an actual adventure, and it's promoted as an RTS. But I'm going to start with a really basic. So it's a third person. Now you can explore. So if you play a RTS, the RTS, you use the scout, so you can explore the map. That's pretty much what you are, right? You are the scout and you got a sword and you can actually attack the enemy. It's pretty basic. You just swing your sword and you hit the enemy. There's no RPG element, there's no superpowers, there's nothing crazy like that. So you are just a simple guy swinging your sword with your mouth and exploring the land. So when it comes to that, it's actually really basic. Now, what else do you do? Well, you explore, like I say, you attack and you gather resources. How do you gather resources? Let's say you want wood, you go to the forest, you see a tree, you press a bus and it gathers automatically. You don't need to wait for nothing. You just put the bus or a couple of bus, depends how many you want, and you go on your way and you don't need to worry. So it's pretty easy. It's pretty convenient because this allows you to keep exploring. So I really like about this, and it's actually pretty fast. So no matter what you're really gathering, if it's wood, stone, diamond, it has the same rules. So yeah, it's pretty convenient and I really enjoy it. And that's when it comes to that side of of the gameplay of the character, right? So it's pretty basic when it comes to gathering, and fighting is pretty basic. Now, what about building? Building is another thing that is actually pretty easy. You don't need to worry about time or nothing. So if you want to build a tower or you want to build whatever building that you need, it's actually pretty fast. You just have to, of course, to have the resource. Now, what types of building did you build? There's type of field. You got actual towers, you got walls, you got a ramp, you got a camper hunt, and you got different stuff. I really actually like the buildings in this game. Actually, I think they did actually a pretty good job when it comes to the building. Now, there's no really upgrade system. For example, if you had a actual tower, you can upgrade. You can do that, but when it comes to the building themselves, I think they did actually a pretty decent job. What about the units, the menus that you control? Here I'm disappointed. So it's pretty easy to summon them, and it's pretty easy to control them, to give them action. You can give them different action like attack, defend, or if you had creepers, you can actually have your creepers doing something when you zombie doing something else. That is actually pretty fine. You can actually do that, but there's not a lot of them, right? You got a couple of guns that do different stuff, and you got your archers, you got your zombies and creepers, and that's about it. It's like 8 of them. Although you get actually, if you do like some special side quests, you may get like 2 special ones, but those they are not really available always. So you get like 8 of them, and they do pretty simple stuff, and that's fine, right? But it's not upgrade, so you're gonna play the zombie the same way that you're gonna play, right? There's no upgrade system, and this makes the game really stale because you pretty much gonna play it in a specific way, right? You're gonna try to, do different to see which one is better, but for the most part, you're gonna play the same. It gets really stale, really fast. And I actually wouldn't like it. I think an upgrade system, even if it will be really simple, it will help the game so you can play a little bit more, not just longer, like like a skirmish, but like again, because there's no repetitivity, so there's nothing to try. It's not really a strategy, and building your team because you can upgrade them sometimes is part of the strategy, but there's not. So I would say I was really really disappointed when it comes to the unit. Now, what do you do in this one? So it's an RTS, you attack camps, and that's pretty much about it. Although you actually can defend your camps, but when it comes to attacking those different types of camps, you got your outpost. There's actually a little more smaller, and you get your camps a little more larger. Those 2 types of camps, the small ones are, and then the bigger ones. The bigger ones are a little more different because you need to destroy a specific tower so you can load the defense. But for the most part, you're doing the same. The same with the bosses. There is a couple of bosses, and they'll fine. They do the job how supposed to do, the bosses, whatever. But when it comes to the gameplay, I was a little disappointed because everything is pretty basic. Now, you don't really want that in an RTS because you're going to spend, hours attacking village, and that's fine, right? Because it's RTS, but just the same way, it doesn't have a deep progression system. The only thing that you can upgrade is your storage. For example, if you want to gather more wood or more stone or diamond, whatever, you can do that. You can increase the capacity of your storage or your unit. And another thing that actually I don't like about it is you can have 80 unit, but that doesn't mean that you command the 80 unit, right? Because you need random points, and you can upgrade this, but you can have 80 unit, but you can only command 40 because you don't have, upgrade enough that part. And I don't really like this, right? Because I feel that the only thing that you should be able to upgrade is your unit and your building, not necessarily your storage. I think that keep you, a little more slower. I don't think it's bad. It's weird that you only can upgrade that, but you can upgrade your unit, like more damage, or you can keep it with, items. I think it gets, stale really quickly. The only thing that I actually really enjoy about this game is actually the world. Now, not because, it looks pretty, it does, but they do actually pretty good job the size. The only thing that you should is actually explore, because exploring will get you resources. So resources are unique for places. For example, if you want to find diamond, you need to go to the tundra. So I think they do actually a pretty good job of exploration, because you can find different mounts, you can find treasure, you can find different units in the world. So I think because of that, it allows you, to explore. And if it gets, too big for you, you can actually create a world, and this actually will transform you. So you can actually fast travel to the village, or you can build your own teleport. So it makes, exploration really convenient. Yeah, and I actually enjoy it. Exploration, and you see the view, Minecraft in this type of graphic is just such a beautiful, I think, like I said before, I don't want to repeat, but they did a pretty good job when it comes to the graphic. I really enjoy it, how this game look. That is the best compliment, for this game, because if I'm going to talk about the RTS element of the, the strategy, there's not a lot, really honest. The unit, there's few of them. Buildings, they did a decent job with the buildings. With the unit buildings, I'm sorry, I'm getting confused, I don't know why. But when the buildings, decent job. their units, you know, your minions, not so much. So how long should take you? Probably 8 hours. Really honest with you, it should take you. I played the game on Mystic, and that's the third most difficult game. It took me like maybe 10-12 hours because I do it pretty much everything. I explore, I find all the stuff I need to find. I destroy almost all mini outposts. So I would say I did almost everything. You know, it was a little, little challenge, but not that really difficult. Now, I do recommend it. Honestly, it's a fun game, but at the same time, I need to be realistic. Just because it's fun, it doesn't mean that it's, amazing, right? You may play it once, and that's about it, but you're not missing something great. You know what I mean? Like, wow, the next RTS. Not really. You can pass all this game, and I'm pretty sure no one's going, to remember this game. It's not going to be a cult classic. It's just going to be like, it's there. So I think this game actually has a lot of potential. Just the idea that you can craft on, because I really like the third person and the exploration and some of the buildings, but I wish it was a little bit more adventurous, and I think it's lack. So if you want to try it, try it. I did try the multiplayer, but there's no one really playing, so I could actually try it. And you actually can do like the maps. You can actually play with the maps, like do more walls. So you can actually make, if you really want to play the game more, you can actually interact with the maps setting, so you can play a little bit more. That's fun. That's what I did with some trophies, but it's a pretty basic game, and so it's up to you. So thank you for watching. Like always, I appreciate it, and see you in the next one. Thank you so much.